The end of day short squeeze. Talking about this idea, FRED working out perfectly here at the end of day. Talking about this setup and how I was able to capitalize on the idea of having a short squeeze there at the end of the day. So I'm going to break down this trade, the chart, and the overall thought process that goes behind kind of predicting a short squeeze there at the end of the day. FRED, it's up over 81% today. That's what it's all about here. Momentum day trading. Talking about it in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? So I traded this morning. I went to the gym. I handled some business. I got home around 3:30, and I just wanted to see what was going on. And guess what? I saw FRED. And what did I see here? I saw a pretty nice little move setting up here. I really wasn't convinced until I saw it break above the high of day, which was that 288 area. You can see this 288 area was that kind of key area on the 5-minute chart. You know, it got up, trading it this morning down in the 240s, 230s, and look at it now above $3. But basically what I was looking for here was the idea of a short squeeze. And I liked a couple of different things on this chart, a couple of different things that were setting up here. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second. I also want to talk about this trade on BLPH, which is a very similar setup, but it just didn't work out the same way. I actually took a loss on this trade, and I'm going to talk about this one really quickly, just so you guys can see. Transparency, baby. I post my losers, I post my winners, and all that. So BLPH, you can see this thing breaking above the high of day. Very similar to the Fred move. But what was different here is, I think, a couple different things. It didn't really have the news. It didn't really have much going for it other than it broke above high of day. And that should have been a red flag for me, just overall, but I thought it might have some potential because you can see it kind of held that $1.20 area and then broke above that $1.30 and ended up getting up there. High of day was $1.33. I was jumping in this area trying to get this push, thinking we might go to the $1.40, $1.50 area. It looked like it wanted to go, but the volume just wasn't there and it wasn't happening. So I took a little red loss there on BLPH, down $325 there on BLPH, which is not a big deal by any means. You know, losing $325 is not a big deal. I'm happy. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to complain about it. But you can see just not having the setup there, not having the volume, and now it's kind of just stuck there after hours. But I wanted to show you, you know, the good, the bad, and sometimes these setups don't work. That's part of the process. But the key here is keeping your loser small. That way, when the setup does work, your winner is going to be much bigger than your loser. So I lost $325 here on BLPH, playing with the same kind of idea, same kind of overall idea. But BLPH didn't have the news. It really just wasn't the hot stock of the day. So those are a couple things that were going against BLPH for the idea of having a short squeeze here at the end of the day. And I think overall the shorts were just able to hold this down and they won that battle. Maybe tomorrow we get a move at open. You can see, keep an eye on BLPH. It's popped up there from about 80 cents. Nice little pop there. Basically every morning having some nice little pops. So keep an eye on BLPH. But let's get back to the FRED move here. FRED. Overall in the day, it's up over 80%, right? And what's my thought process here is there is news. There's news about Walgreens and Fred, and that's what's basically causing this big, massive move. We talked about all the areas for shorts to be loading up on this baby, and I think that also might have given them a little bit too much confidence. What's clear about this chart is that there's obviously some kind of upward movement. We got the move pre-market when the news came out. It pulled back there at open, and then ever since then has just been kind of trending higher. Couple pullbacks to the 270 area, which was that previous resistance there in that pre-market area. You can see kind of just bouncing in this channel, holding that 270, bouncing, pulling back down there 270. Look how nicely 266 on that candle, 267. So bouncing off of that 265 support area multiple times, having this channel there. Look at that channel, how clear that channel is there, right? And now think about this. We're going into the end of the day. And what am I thinking? All right, if I'm a short, I like to think if I'm a short, if I'm a long, how am I thinking? How am I playing this stock? If I'm short, I'm shorting here at the top of this channel, right? I'm shorting at the top of the channel, hoping that we can break down below the bottom of that channel. But I wasn't short and I wasn't long, so I needed to find my opportunity here. And the way that I'm looking at this is, okay, so FRED got denied there at 288. It pulled down pretty hard, but then it pushed back up. Again, it got denied and just kind of went sideways and then dropped. But look at how this thing rallied each time it dropped. So rallied there, rallied here, back up to that resistance there at the top of that channel, and then finally broke above that channel, pushing up there towards that $3 move. And another key for this setup really was that $3, that whole dollar break. And what I'm thinking is, okay, what's going to happen here again? If I'm short, I'm going to be shorting into that resistance, right? I'm going to be shorting into this area here, looking for that whole dollar, that $3 area to hold this down. And if I'm long, what am I looking for? I'm looking for that break over $3, right? Because I want to take profit above the whole dollar. So basically, I'm just waiting, I'm watching, and I can see that it was finding some, you can see that 290 area kind of turn into support there. We had a little bit of a dip below there. That was like right there at the end of the day. But overall, the goal for me was to get that break over $3, which ended up spiking all the way up there to 310. So 310 was the high after hours, and now it's kind of just stuck there at $3. And basically, what I'm looking for here is the shorts. Are the shorts going to get squeezed on this? What's going to happen? If I'm a short, am I looking to hold this overnight? We just got news. The stock's up over 80%. There's a possibility this thing could go higher tomorrow or even after hours. So those are the questions that I'm asking myself. Are the shorts going to hold this? Does this thing look strong to the upside? Look at the 15-minute chart. Clearly, do I want to be shorting this and holding it overnight, seeing how this stock has found support multiple times and moved higher? Probably not. So overall, the stock is showing strength. And I'm thinking to myself that a lot of the shorts are either going to cover before the bell, right there before the bell, which we got. We got a little bit of covering there. And then after hours, the buyer stepped up again and kept pushing this higher because people were thinking maybe this thing could go on a run after hours. Another important thing here is to make sure that there's volume. We want to see volume there at the end of the day. Because if there's no volume, there's not going to be any reason for the shorts to get covered. But you can see, so overall, I got the big move in the morning, and then we kind of went sideways, and we got that little spike in volume there at the end of the day. Enough volume to be able to get in, be able to get out, and take profit, but also enough volume for me to look at this and be like, hey, these shorts could be worried. These shorts could be worried that we got 600,000 shares traded there, pushing this above that 290. So that's exactly just kind of what went down there. And it's kind of just stuck there at $3 right now. But FRED, end of the day, short squeeze here. Things that we're looking for. We're looking for news. We're looking for volume. We're looking for previous resistance being broken. Obviously, that 280 area getting broken there, that 290. And then what am I thinking? The shorts are going to be trying to hold this down there. If I'm a short, if I'm shorting here at 280, if I'm shorting here at 270, and finally I'm like, hey, I got to get out of this thing. I got to get out of this thing. That $3 break, that's my last stop. I got to get out. So that's exactly what we got there. We got the break over $3 and that push up there to 310. I ended up taking profit there at 306 as it pushed up, just taking my profit there and walking away. But I'm not going to complain, making over $1,000 there in the last 5 minutes. I still got my profit target over that $3 break, which is exactly what I was looking for. And we got that move up there above $3. And you can see now it's right there at $3. But that's really what we're looking for. We're looking for volume. We're looking for news. We're looking for action. You know, if you're going to be trading these types of setups, you're looking for all those things. And I think really this candle right here, this 1 minute candle was just like, hey, these shorts are going to get squeezed. When I saw how strong this was, these candles here are going to be shorts that are just trying to get out before the end of the day. They see they can't hold it down. The stock isn't going lower. They've tried. It's dipped down there 2 times to that 270 area and then finally ripped above that resistance. So pretty clear on the chart, this thing wanted to go higher, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that break over the high of day there at the end of the day. High of day break at the end of the day normally means we're going to get a little bit of a squeeze because the shorts are going to be underwater. So any of the shorts who shorted here at 270, 280 are thinking to themselves, hey, I'm finally getting out. I'm finally getting out of this thing. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. And that's basically how I used to trade it, and that's what I'm thinking. You know, the human psychology of where I'm going to be covering out and all of that, and you can see how it worked out. And really, when you're trading these stocks, you should be thinking about where people are covering, where people are buying. Where would you be buying? Where would you be covering? And you need to be making sure that you're buying at those key areas, not just buying in the middle of the chart, buying in the middle of the channel and all that fun stuff. Really look for opportunities and look for the overall setup. Like I said, the stock had news, the stock has volume there at the end of the day, and it's making a new high of day above that previous resistance, which would have been the short stops. If I was a short, I would have had my stop there at the high of day. And if the stock squeezes above high of day, well, I'm going to cover. So there's a good chance tomorrow Fred could make a move to the upside again. So keep an eye on this one. Keep an eye on BLPH tomorrow morning and FRED. I'm going to close it out there. I'm going to walk away. I'm actually not going to trade tomorrow. So if you don't see a video from me, it's not because I blew up my account. It's just because I'm not going to trade tomorrow. I got some things I got to work on, and I just need to get them done. And the problem is a lot of times when if I focus on trading, it's hard for me to do other things I need to do. So I'll have a video tomorrow talking about some other stuff, but I won't be doing any trading tomorrow, so I won't have a video for that. So everybody out there who gets upset if I don't post a video, they think that I'm hiding anything. I'm not hiding it. I'm showing you my losers. I'm showing you my winners. Like I said, you can see BLPH losing $325 there, but making it all back there on FRED today. FRED going to the moon, up 80%. Keep an eye on this one. I'll talk to you guys later on.